now that I feel, where I am in my life, I'm completely at peace with dying. I am not afraid of death. But I have a saying: to be afraid of dying, it's to be afraid of living. They're the same thing. So I'm no longer afraid of dying. And so for that reason, I really live my life to the fullest. And I take every opportunity that I can to do whatever it is to make somebody, or to help somebody's life, to support somebody else's life on their journey. So I travel to Africa a lot. In 2013, I was asked to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to raise awareness of ovarian cancer. And I was told by all of my doctors, again, you're crazy, don't do it, your heart's not strong enough. I because of this whole essential hypertension thing, I have a lot of issues with my heart. And and so I have this guy, he's rescued me and he saved my heart. So I was told not to climb. I was not to climb Mount Kilimanjaro because it was too risky and I could really die on that mountain. Excuse me, Blue. Sorry, he's a bit of a show stealer. And I knew that it was something I had to do. It wasn't really anybody else's business, and they couldn't tell me what to do. And that's welcome to my world. I'm a bit of a rebel that way. But because I'm at peace with my life, and because I'm at peace with the possibility, or the reality that I'm going to die one day, that's not going to stop me from living today. So I went to Africa and I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and I'm not a mountaineer. I don't really love exercise that much. I'm not really like that person, but I love the metaphor of that mountain, and I just knew that it was something I needed to do. And so my goal was not to get to the top. If I got to the top, that was a bonus. But for me, it was about the journey. And I remember I was halfway up that mountain and I was marveling at the scenery and how beautiful it was, and the people, and then just the experience in itself. And I still had a long way to go to get to the summit. And I looked at that summit every day and I thought, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't even know if I want to do that. And that is exactly how cancer feels. And it's daunting. It's like the tallest mountain in the freaking world. And if you look up there and think, how am I going to do it? You'll never do it, but you just have to start. And so for me, getting halfway was like amazing. And I was happy with halfway, but I was going to keep trying. But if I didn't get to the top, well, I was just there for the journey. And I think that you have to approach every single experience, whatever it is, whether it's cancer, whether it's divorce, whether it's death in the family, whether it's these are all mountains. Actually, it's in line. I'm writing a book called One Mountain at a Time. So that's a good segue into that. I still have a way to go to finish it because it's a really difficult book for me to write because it's very emotional, and anyway, I digress. But that book will be coming out later next year, 2019. And so when I was in Africa climbing this mountain, I had a really clear vision of the direction that my life was meant to take. And I ended up falling in love with Africa. I just saw there were, it really upped the ante for me in my giving experience. All of the years that I had volunteered and supported children and young people with cancer, now I was exposed to children and orphans who are suffering from AIDS. Tanzania is a magical place. It's one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. And it wasn't on my bucket list to go to Africa. I didn't really understand much about Africa. I think a lot of people think that Africa is scary and it's dangerous and it's poor. Well, it is poor, but the people in Africa have such massive hearts. There's so much love in Africa. And when I was there, I remember thinking, this is what I need to be surrounded with. This is something that I feel that we are losing in our Western culture. We have lost this tribal feel of loving each other and embracing each other and supporting each other, which is what this global cancer journey, this global cancer support network is all about. This is about creating a tribe of people who get it and who get you and who can follow you on your journey and not judge you or offer unsolicited advice, but who are just here to listen and help you as you go along on your journey. So for me, Africa was something that just sang out to me. So I've now upped the ante, and I have a charity in Africa called Pendo Project, and I go back and forth to Tanzania and Uganda, and I support and empower women and children who are struggling and who don't know how to make it on their own. And I'm there just to support them and encourage them on their journey. I'm not going in and trying to rescue everybody. I'm just there as a team leader. I'm a support network.